Imagine stepping outside your home only to come face to face with a bear. What was once a rare occurrence in Japan, reserved for hikers and foragers, is now a growing concern for residents in populated areas. Bear encounters are on the rise, and it's not just in the wilderness anymore. But here's where it gets controversial. As humans and bears increasingly cross paths, experts are divided on how to balance safety with conservation efforts. Let's dive into why this is happening and what you can do to stay safe. Japan has seen a startling surge in bear encounters, with incidents making headlines almost daily. Just last week in Akita Prefecture, a jogger and a walker were attacked in residential areas, while another bear terrorized 4 people before seeking refuge in a nearby house. Thankfully, none of these victims suffered serious injuries. However, the situation is far from harmless. Since April, 9 people across Japan have died in bear attacks, the highest number ever recorded in a single year. And this is the part most people miss. It's not just about avoiding bears. It's about understanding why they're venturing into human territory in the first place. Climate change, declining food sources, and rural depopulation are blurring the lines between bear habitats and human settlements. Warmer winters are delaying hibernation, leaving bears hungry and active for longer periods. Meanwhile, a drop in acorn and beechnut harvests is forcing them to seek food in towns and villages they once avoided. Add to that the overgrown farmland result. Authorities and media are ramping up efforts to educate the public on bear safety. The general advice? If you encounter a bear, avoid eye contact and sudden movements. Back away slowly, never turning your back on the animal. Forget the movies. Trying to outrun a bear or climb a tree is a losing battle. They're faster and more agile than you'll ever be. If an attack seems unavoidable, lie face down, protect your neck and head, and hope for the best. A recent study from Akita University found that all 7 respondents who followed this advice escaped serious injury, though it's a grim reminder of the risks involved. Prevention is key. Carrying a bell or whistle can alert bears to your presence, and staying in groups reduces the likelihood of an encounter. Bear repellent spray is considered the most effective deterrent, but it's hard to come by in Japan. Some hardware stores are even renting it out to meet demand. Other tips include avoiding hikes at dawn or dusk when bears are most active and never leaving food or trash behind. But here's the kicker. Even if you follow all the rules, there's no guarantee. So what's the real solution? Japan is home to an estimated 44,000 Asian black bears and 12,000 Ussuri brown bears, primarily in northern regions like Hokkaido. As their behavior changes, so must our approach. Local governments are struggling to keep up, with a shortage of licensed hunters exacerbating the problem. Akita's governor has even suggested calling in the military for help, sparking debates about the role of humans in managing wildlife. The environment minister calls it a serious problem, but is culling bears the answer? Or are we missing a bigger opportunity to address the root causes? Residents aren't waiting for answers. In Gunma Prefecture, one hardware store has dedicated an entire section to bear safety products, while others are taking matters into their own hands. But as we navigate this growing issue, it's worth asking, are we doing enough to protect both humans and bears? What do you think? Is coexistence possible, or is conflict inevitable? Let's start the conversation.